Scorpio, welcome to your May reading here on Starchaeology Tarot, my channel. I'm Desi, and I love you. Let's get that out of the way first. This is good for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please check out your other placements if you'd like a more complete picture of the unique puzzle that is you. I want to take a moment, Scorpio, and call in your guides, as always, your sweet guides. Everyone looking out for you. Calling in Scorpio's guides. We're interested in messages today, Spirit, for Scorpio that will empower them, enlighten them, encourage them, shift their mindsets and heart sets to the perfect temperature for miracles, for manifesting the absolute best of all possible potentials. You play a role in that, Scorpio. Don't forget it. And if any reader tells you differently, if any reader says, uh-oh, watch out, this is going to happen to you, just pause a moment and decide if you want that to happen to you. You are an incredibly powerful, powerful being. And when you're connected to something greater than you, your power becomes even greater. What are the messages for Scorpio today? What are the messages for Scorpio for the month of May? Messages for Scorpio for May. Scorpio, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, okay, Three of Wands. What's the problem? Is there any problem this month? I just looked at the bottom of the deck too, felt called to do that. Judgment is there. Maybe there's our little bit of conflict, but guys, it's not a real conflict. It's only a conflict if you make it a conflict. Which is the truth of all suffering. Ace of Cups. Scorpio, is there new love this month for you? Maybe for some of you. There is new love. There is a new relationship blossoming. Maybe it's not in another person. Maybe it's a relationship with a new hobby, with a new career, with something that lights you up. It's something that, it could be like you falling in love with your purpose, you like seeing your purpose suddenly, you know, making eye contact with it and going like, oh yeah, you're mine. And it just giving you butterflies and you're like, yes, I have my cup is suddenly filled again. I feel in love, whether it is a person or it is with your life or it is with yourself, Scorpio. Oh my God, some of you, I see you just falling in love with yourself this month. There's like a renewed self-love, just a real, something that is so fulfilling for you and joy-filled. Your cup is full. Your cup is very full this month, and I love that. Scorpio, some of you might see your sensitivity this month, your free-flowing emotions. This isn't the King of Cups. This isn't someone who's able to apply some thinking to how they show themselves, how they reveal themselves emotionally. This is someone who flows, whose emotions flow as naturally and openly as a river. There isn't rhyme or reason to it. It's not on a schedule. It changes, and you literally go with the flow of that. Some of you might see that as an obstacle for you this month, or you might be dealing with someone who is this way, and it may feel like an obstacle. But I feel like this is really you. I feel like you are this Queen of Cups, Scorpio, because you are those still waters that run deep. And sometimes you're not still waters. Sometimes you're a hurricane that also runs deep. But this is about acknowledging that that isn't a problem. That actually is something that makes you powerful. This is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is free flowing. This isn't someone who's like free flowing because they don't have like control, or they're not like they're like weak. This is someone who's extremely powerful, and there is a free flowing like authenticity to her emotionally. That is something that makes you strong. It's something that actually empowers you because it puts you in charge in a way. When you're being your authentic self, you're able to call the shots then of like what's happening around you. Because you're not putting up a face, you're not putting up a front that then you have to like play games around and navigate. It's like, this is my emotion, this is how I feel about this situation. And then it's like, I served the ball. How are you going to serve it back to me? Great. I have a choice to send how I'm going to serve it back to you. I feel like I'm like struggling to communicate this. This isn't about your emotions ruling you. This isn't about your emotions taking you on a ride and making you feel like you bow down to those emotions. This is just about you being so authentic in what you really feel that it makes you incredibly powerful because you aren't hiding anything. Hiding is what is weak. Hiding, let me reframe that. Hiding makes us feel weak. Hiding makes us feel small. And when we feel small, we hide more. Like that, it's like a catch-22. When we are authentic and we show ourselves, sometimes it's like, there's no guarantee someone else is going to like that, what we show, or accept it. But it puts us in a powerful position because it's an act of courage. We're not afraid. We're like, this is who I am. And that alone makes me powerful then. Because I've skipped all these steps and like all these other games, all these like, things that other people have to navigate that really end up keeping them further away from making money moves. And like, this is you making money moves. You're like, when I'm my authentic self, then I can make money moves. It's just an incredibly powerful position to be in. And it's not an obstacle here, but there might be something in the context of this new love that you had that might make you feel self-conscious about it or critical of it. That's where judgment comes in. That's why when I looked at the bottom of the deck, I was like, this could be the conflict. It's because it ultimately, it's your own judgment and then your fear of judgment of others that can affect whether or not you recognize your power as this Queen of Cups. I also see, Scorpio, there may be a need to let go and forgive past versions of yourself to meet yourself where you are emotionally now. It's very easy to just think like, Well, I'm incredibly sensitive. I'm empathic. I'm emotionally intelligent in these ways. And it caused me problems in the past. So how can it be powerful? How can it be something that makes me a queen? And I'm seeing a kind of false equivalence there. Because if you really examine those past stories, it's not necessarily you being honest and authentic with your emotions that made you weak, or that made you feel small. It was likely something very much having to do with some sort of external validation or an external judgment that was projected upon you, and then you took that as truth. So there may be some need to separate definitions of let's say there may be a need to redefine what this Queen of Cups means to you, to redefine what it is to be emotionally free-flowing, open and vulnerable. And that if you're able to let go of past definitions of that, if you're able to let go of past experiences that were hurtful and traumatic, likely because they involved, again, outside judgment of that part of you, you free yourself from repeating those scenarios. I also see this, Scorpio, as excuse me, 3 of Wands. Part of this is acknowledging that this isn't just something that makes you strong. This is either a superpower for you, or it's very wrapped up and meshed with a different thing that's a superpower for you. Maybe it's your creativity. Maybe it's your work as an artist. Maybe it's your mission in the world, your purpose, your dharma, something that you are putting out, how you relate to other people, how you help other people in your community or your friends, how you show up as a friend. It could be just related to one of these things this is something that is just very special about you, really unique. And Three of Wands requires us to acknowledge that thing that is weird, that other people might look at and pass their own judgment about and say, that's so strange, or that is so fill in the blank. Three of Wands is about actively acknowledging that thing and seeing it as crucial to our unique path to success. Our unique path to achievement, and that we can't really get to that place of achievement that will give us this kind of Ace of Cups fulfillment and satisfaction, like fit our heart perfectly, fill every nook and cranny of our heart perfectly, if we don't honor that weird thing about us. It's like, if we don't do that, it's like it could bring us to success or achievement, but it just might be slightly left, slightly right of where, what the sweet spot would be. And so this is a little bit of a risk of just being like, I'm taking this leap of faith on myself and on that weird part of myself. And I know that it will be ultimately so much more rewarding, the destination I get to, than the destination I get to if I don't. Everyone's freaking out about this. Big news, Scorpio. I hope that was helpful. I would love to hear how this looks specifically for you in your life, Scorpio. Please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, check out your other placements, your readings for your other placements. Check out my Patreon if you want personal readings every month, if you want to support this work and help me make this channel so much bigger and better and faster and stronger. You can become a patron for as little as a few dollars a month. So please look at that. Share this with a friend who's struggling. That's why we do tarot over here. We being the royal we. I do this to support people that I don't know on the internet. And as someone who's gotten a lot of support from other people that I don't know on the internet, I think it can be a very powerful and helpful thing, and I like being part of that. I love you, Scorpio, very much. I am rooting for you as always, and have a happy May, and I'll see you next time.